Welcome everybody to Kokomo Municipal Stadium in Kokomo, Indiana. Back in my home state of Indiana for a matchup between the top two teams in the Great Lakes East Division and the two potential playoff teams from the Great Lakes East. The Traverse City Pittsburghers and the Kokomo Jackrabbits. Right now, Kokomo is holding a 3-game lead in the second half over Traverse City and a 2-game lead in the overall standings. The most important number is the overall standings because Traverse City already has a playoff spot locked up. So if they don't win the second half, then no problem at all. But the overall record is the most important, as that's where you get to choose if you want to play at home your first game or on the road your first game in the Northwoods League playoffs. Traverse City coming off a 22-12 victory over Rockford, part of a split with the Rivets. They've won now 7 of 8 games against Rockford this season, and a team that they're split right down the middle with this year. They're playing right now the Kokomo Jackrabbits. They swept the first series of the year. They split a 4-game set played here in the midst of June, and they split a series, or they were swept at home by Kokomo. Then they split another series, so it's right down the middle split, 5 wins apiece between these two teams, and it's a battle for first place. Zeb Rouse will lead off, Mario Camilletti, Tito Flores, Evan Mayday follow him, Trey Younger, Miguel Luceche, Cayman Traficante, Christian Faust, and then Jake Arnold will round out the lineup facing Buzz Shirley of Ithaca College, making his first appearance for the Jackrabbits here. Zeb steps into the box. Shirley, the left-hander, deals the first pitch ball. We're underway here in Kokomo. Traverse City looking to carry over that fantastic offensive night from yesterday, where they scored 22 runs. The second time this season they've scored 22 against Rockford. It's their second most runs in franchise history. They scored 23 the day after they scored 22 against Rockford. So 3 times this season they've scored over 20. 1-1 count. Pitch, breaking ball, down and in. Zeb swings right over top of it. Down in the count, 1-2. Zeb's the designated hitter tonight in the leadoff spot. So his only job at the plate, get on base. Trying to do so against a fresh arm for Kokomo. Keeps attacking low and in. Zeb lays off of that one. Shirley played in the New York College Baseball League before coming to Kokomo. Deals a 2-2, and Zeb's able to fight it off the hands out of play. Shirley won the championship in the NYCBL. Now he's trying to help Kokomo win a championship on the hill. Zeb was 2 for 5 last night with a pair of doubles, 3 RBIs. Trying to carry that over here. 2-2, grounder to the left side, fielded by the third baseman Crampton, on to first in time for the first out. Zeb put together a pretty good at-bat there. Saw some pitches and hit one hard on the ground, but unfortunately for him, right in the range of Crampton at third. And there's one away for Mario Camilletti. Lefty on lefty here, as Mario has gotten his on-base percentage back over 500 at .503. That's first in the Northwoods League. Takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Entered the series against Rockford with a .497 on base, but yesterday went 1 for 2 with 3 walks. And that helped push him back over 500, back in the lead over Justin Janis of Kenosha. Kenosha and Kokomo just split a series in Simmons Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Traverse City was looking for some help from the Kingfish to boost them in the standings. Camilletti roller to second. Grant on to Dennis. And there's 2 ground ball outs for the Jackrabbits starting pitcher here in the first. Back in the lineup for the first time in a few days now, Tito Flores. Didn't make the start yesterday. Had a couple at bats against Rockford on Monday before being pinch hit later in the game. First pitch swinging down the left side and fair. See if he turns it on. He's going for 2. The throw by Simons on a 1-hop, not in time. A 2-out double by Tito Flores. First pitch swinging. And the Pittsburghers have a 2-out base runner here. That ball was smoked by Flores. He had a couple doubles on Tuesday in the Major League Dream Showcase. Had 3 total hits in the game with a 5 RBI night. Put on a show in front of some scouts. And I'm sure he caught a lot of eyes with that performance. He's on second base for Evan Mayday, center fielder tonight. Takes a pitch low and away. Mayday in game number 4 of the summer. Played with the Pittsburghers in 2019 and 2020. Junior from Hope College, who is the career and single season stolen base leader at Hope. Is 3 for 3 in stolen bases on the season, so if he can get on base, watch out for the speed. Swings and misses at an off-speed down low. Shirley has that pitch working. Looks like a changeup. That's diving down and getting hitters out in front and over top. A 1-2 count now. Mayday trying to capitalize on the opportunity. The 1-2, Shirley deals low in the dirt. Flores going to third. The throw goes into left field. Flores, though, was not able to get up in time and come home. Good backup by Simons in left field as Flores has to hold there. But now a base hit will surely bring in a run. A pass ball can score Flores. And it puts more pressure on the defense as they have to make a play on a ball hit hard on the ground. Try to get out of the inning. 2-2 count. Shirley trying to get out of trouble. The pitch to Mayday. Up the middle. Grand over. Backhands across the body is in time to get Mayday. A fantastic play by the middle infielder to end the inning. Traverse City put the pressure on, but come up scoreless in the top half of the first. And we go to the bottom of the first here in Kokomo on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo, Indiana. Bottom of the first inning here is the Jackrabbits put up a 0. Getting out of trouble as Flores made his way down to third base in the inning. But a nice play by Gavin Grant up the middle kept a runner off base. And speaking of Gavin Grant, he's going to lead off the inning against Benjamin Wilson. Wilson in his first start for the Pittsburghers. One of the more recent additions to the team. Made his way to Traverse City to pitch. Give them some more depth in the pitching staff as they've lost a couple pitchers. More pitchers will be on their way out pretty shortly. Faced 3 batters. On Monday, gave up 1 run in a third of an inning. And here, losing the count against Grant, is yet to throw a strike. It's 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. Big breath by Wilson, deals, and there's a strike right down the middle. Grant made that terrific play to end the inning in the top half, trying to lead off the bottom half, and takes 2 strikes here as the count goes full. Grant just over 300 on the season as a hitter. He's 301 in 40 games played from the University of Oregon. Full count pitch to him coming. And Wilson deals. Grant goes down swinging, foul tip into the glove. And he battles all the way back from 3-0 down to get the strikeout for out number 1. That brings in a player who's been tearing it up since he joined the team. A California kid, Tora Otsuka, who had a big 2 RBI base knock against Traverse City in a 5-3 win played on Sunday. Both of these pitchers, I can't imagine will go too long in the game, as when Shirley was throwing for Kokomo in the top half, there was someone throwing in the bullpen. And as Wilson's on the hill, Traverse City has a bullpen arm going as well. 0-1 pitch here to Otsuka. Wilson fires. Deals low for the first ball. It's 1-1. Both these players new on the team, so you just want to get them eased in to a start. Don't want to throw them too long in their first appearance. As Otsuka chops it onto the middle, it's going to be a tough play. Traficante made a athletic hop to field it from going over his head, but the throw not in time as Otsuka is going to reach. Continues his hot streak. He has a hit now in all 4 games he's played on this summer. Just a short sample size. Came up the same time as Evan Mayday for Traverse City. Both of them had hits in their first 3 games. Otsuka with a hit. Mayday will have more chances as Chase Mydroth steps in here. Kokomo's all-star shortstop, who takes the first pitch fastball for a strike. Mydroth, a really good hitter, the team leader in average if you take out Otsuka, if you only consider the qualifying hitters. Hitting .358 in 44 games this year. Otsuka an aggressive lead on first. Doesn't go. Pitch just off the outside corner. 1-1 goes the count. Mydroth has 3 consecutive games with multiple hits. One of those was the Major League Dreams Showcase. He went 2 for 4. 4 for 5 yesterday against the Kenosha Kingfish. Runner does go here. Pitch is down, and Otsuka's going to take the bag without a throw. Using his speed to his advantage. Reached on a soft chopper. And now steals second. 2-1 count to Mydroth. The pitch inside almost got him. And the count to 3-1. Otsuka, Japanese born, from the University of San Diego on second base for Mydroth, who's the team leader in RBIs. Chops one to third. Faust Fields looks back Otsuka, fires across the diamond right on time to Jake Arnold for the out. A big out number 2, as not only do you retire one of the best hitters on the team and even in the league, but you keep that runner from advancing to third. And in steps a guy who has had his struggles all season long, especially against Traverse City, Martin Vincelli Samard, who's only hitting 196 on the year. He has played in 6 games against Traverse City, has 2 hits, 1 in each game. Most recently 1 for 4 on Sunday. First pitch swinging, comes up empty. Actually, he's played in 7 games and only has 1 hit in 2 games. No multi-hit games against Traverse City. Has a very low average against the Pitt Spitters. One of those hits did come here, the first 4-game series that they played here. That pitch looked like a strike, but it must have been a little high on Vincelli Smart, called a ball. The count to 1-1 as both these pitchers try to work around a runner in scoring position in the first. Wilson fires. Fastball, low, outside. Nope, called a strike, a late strike call by Mason Labuda. Very well could have been a makeup call from the last pitch. As the count to 1-2, Wilson well ahead in the count, doesn't need to throw anything too good to Vincelli Smart. He does lead the team in strikeouts, so you can get him on a good pitch here. Wilson set for the 1-2. He fires, low and away, and Vincelli Smart holds. Looking at the replays of those last 2 pitches, the 0-1 pitch definitely looked like a strike, but that 1-1 pitch definitely low, below the knees. Could have very well been a makeup call as the count goes even to 2-2. Wilson fires, checks his swing. Did he go? Umpire at first says no. That's Rich Freitas at first. Says Vincelli Smart held on a breaking ball in the dirt. Then the count goes full. Shirley faced 4 pitches in the top half. This is Wilson's 4th hitter in the bottom half, trying to match. Dealing on 3-2, his payoff pitch to Vincelli Samard. Fires, is down low. Call the ball. Wilson smiling on the hill. He wanted the pitch. And going down to first is Vincelli Samard. And the inning will continue. Have to look at that pitch in a minute, as Dylan Dennis, the first baseman, will get a chance in the first inning. First and second, 2 away. The first pitch to him. He holds on a fastball in the inside corner for the first strike. Dylan Dennis, a little better than Samard, but still a struggle in season. A .241 hitter, hitless in his last 3 games, 2 of them against Traverse City. 0-2 yesterday against Kenosha. Big swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch from Wilson. He's ahead in the count 0-2. the last series of the regular season between these two teams before they will likely meet in the playoffs. So this could be a little postseason preview. As Wilson deals an 0-2, Dennis just got a piece of it, fouled it off of himself. As it goes into fair territory, it looked like it went off his leg and then fair. A foul ball keeps the count on 0-2. But Wilson making some good pitches in this at-bat. A perfectly placed inside fastball, an off-speed pitch low, and then that pitch looked like it had a little bit of run on it going inside on Dennis. Making some good pitches as he tries to strand a pair of runners in the first. Looks at Atsuka at second. He fires. Fastball high off the glove of Useche. That's going to move the runners. A mistake behind the plate. It went right off the glove of Miggy. Should be ruled a pass ball as the runners now on third and second with 2 outs. A base hit can score a pair. Definitely one. And another pass ball will plate a runner. A lot on the table here on a 1-2 pitch. Wilson deals outside corner, called strike 3. Ends the inning the same way he started the inning, with a strikeout, a pair of strikeouts for Benjamin Wilson. We go to the second in a 0-0 game here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo as the Pittsburghers strand a pair of runners in the bottom of the first on 1 hit, 1 walk, no errors. Benjamin Wilson had a couple strikeouts. And in the top of the second, Trey Younger, the left fielder, will lead it off from Wofford College. Last time Younger was here, the very last time he was here, in the last at-bat of the game, they played 2 games, a doubleheader in between a pair of single games in a 4-game set. Final game of the doubleheader, in his final at-bat, Younger went deep to left field, his one and only home run on the season. He had just 1 hit in 7 at-bats of that series, but it was a big one as he takes 3 consecutive balls here from Shirley. Younger did have a pair of hits in the series at home most recently. Takes a 3-0 pitch low, a 4-pitch walk to Trey Younger. Will give the Pittsburghers a leadoff base runner as they look to strike first in this set. They let chances slip away from them. The last time that they played Kokomo, they lost 5-3 in a game where they had so many chances, 3 separate occasions in the game. They had a runner on third with less than 2 outs, and all 3 times they didn't score the runner, and that was big as they went into the 9th inning tied, and Kokomo scored 2 runs in the 9th to win the game. The pitch is a ball. Useche wasn't ready for the pitch. I think actually he dropped his bat as he thought, I'm pretty sure he thought Shirley balked on the mound, so he just dropped his bat and took the pitch. Luckily for him, it was a ball, as it's a 1-0 count. Ready to swing now, swings over top of an off-speed pitch. Useche, though, had one of his best games of the entire season yesterday. Was 2 for 4, a home run, a double, a pair of walks, 4 runs scored. Definitely his best game played all season long. Even had a stolen base. Did a little bit of everything in the ball game. Useche does have 8 stolen bases on the year. And after snapping a 21 game on base streak against Kokomo on Sunday, he got right back at it in yesterday's game. Pickoff almost got away from Dennis at first, but he's able to make a leaping grab to save it from going into foul territory. Useche was 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts against the Jackrabbits on Sunday. Had a sacrifice fly for an RBI, but that's where his on-base streak ended at 21 games. Pitch down and in, blocked by Josh Buckley, the Kokomo catcher. And it's a 3-1 count to Miggy. Only 1 strike thrown in the at-bat. It's a changeup he swung over top on. So that means 7 of the first 8 pitches this inning are balls. 3-1 is a ball as well. Useche going down to first. Back-to-back walks to start the inning for the Pittsbitters, and they're in business. Just like that, Miggy's starting himself a new on-base streak. He's been on base 23 of 24 games now. And that brings in Camden Traficante. Just like Useche went deep in yesterday's game, hit a 2-run home run from the left side of the plate over the right field wall, batting righty against the left-handed pitcher today. Puts down a bunt, it's a good one. Throw goes to first, and a perfect sacrifice bunt from Camden Traficante puts a pair of runners in scoring position with only 1 out. And I actually think if Crampton at third turns and throws that ball to second, they would have had Useche, as it was bunted pretty hard right to the third base side. But he takes the first sure out, and Traverse City can go take a lead here. But like I mentioned just a second ago, the last time these two teams met, there were 3 times in the game there was a runner on third, less than 2 outs. They didn't score. Let's see if they can capitalize here. First pitch to Faust, hit on the ground to the shortstop. That will bring home a run. Faust is beat to the bag by the throw, but that's an RBI ground ball for Christian Faust. Traverse City is on top first, 1-0. Faust was wasting no time at all to score that run. Traverse City, when they're taking batting practice, they do situational hitting. One of their situational rounds is runner at third, less than 2 outs. It pays off there as Faust brings home a run. And looking for more is Jake Arnold. Hit a home run in the first game against Rockford on Monday, his first of the season. There were 3 home runs for the Pittsbitters in the series. They also hit 3 home runs last time they were here. That was in a 4-game set, though. 1-0 to Arnold. Swings on a pitch. May have been a hair off the outside corner. May have also been called a strike. That's a pitch maybe you go after if you're protecting the plate with 2 strikes, not trying to jump on something and drive it. See if you can get something more over the plate. 1-1 is popped up a mile high into shallow left field. The shortstop Mydroth calls it. He makes the catch. inning over, but the Pittsburghers score 1 on an RBI ground out from Christian Faust, and they are on top first, headed to the bottom of the second inning here on Pittsburgh Radio. Bottom of the second inning here in Kokomo. Pittsburghers on top 1-0 thanks to an RBI ground out from Christian Faust. And in the bottom of the second, Benjamin Wilson back to work, now with a lead, facing the bottom half of the Jackrabbit lineup. Jacob Simons, tonight's left fielder for Kokomo, will lead things off. Simons played just one of 2 games in Traverse City. He played the Sunday game. Was paired up with Jacob Marcy in the outfield. A couple Jacobs out there. Simons, just a 176 hitter, was 0 for 3 against Traverse City on Sunday. That's the last game he's played until tonight. Takes one low after a ball, called a strike down the middle, so the count is 1-1. Simons did walk once, had a stolen base as well in that Sunday game. Rips one hard down the left side, but foul. Got the barrel out a little early. Goes down in the count 1-2. And if I'm remembering correctly, have to check the stats real quick. I believe that stolen base and walk came in the 9th inning from Simons. Checks his swing on a pitch outside. It came in the 8th inning. He stole 2nd and 3rd and was stuck there to end the 8th, keep the game tied. So he got on base in a situational spot and stole a couple bags. 2-2 pitch to him here. Wilson fires. Swing and a miss. A nice off-speed pitch from Ben Wilson. Gets his 3rd strikeout. Dealing on the hill so far. Just a 1 hit and 1 walk in the first. But the freshman from Tyler Junior College is competing at a high level on the hill right now. Facing the catcher Josh Buckley now. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wilson. Deals a first pitch strike to Buckley. Looks like a changeup. That pitch has been effective so far, as Buckley, just like Simons, hitting under 100 at 172. 0 for 3 against Kenosha on Monday. Was 1 for 4 in the only game he played on Saturday against the Pittsburghers. That's when Jackrabbits lost 6-0. 1-1 pitch is right there, down the middle for a strike. Wilson ahead, looking to make it 3 strikeouts in a row and give him his 4th so far on the ball game. That's Buckley right where he wants him. Set, deals, popped up on the infield. Faust coming in from third. He will make the grab for out number 2. Buckley well ahead of that pitch. It looked like a potential, like another changeup. I believe it was. And Buckley was way out in front. Was just lucky he got bat on ball to make contact and not strike out. But the result's still the same. It's an out. And Camden Vasquez now will hit with no one aboard and 2 outs. Vasquez was 1 for 5 with an RBI hit against Kenosha on Monday. Didn't play in the game yesterday. Was 0 for 2, a pair of walks against Traverse City on Saturday. First pitch to him's low and outside. Ben Wilson, a hard-throwing right-hander from Tyler Juco. Impressed his Pittsburgh teammates when he pitched an inning of relief on Monday. A couple guys actually came up to Wilson after the game and were saying they were surprised that he was throwing as hard as he was. They weren't expecting that. No radar gun at Rockford, so couldn't tell exactly how hard he was throwing. No radar gun here at Kokomo Municipal, so still don't have a good idea on what his exact speed is, but it's got to be low 90s to mid 90s. The count to Vasquez, though, is 3-0. Wilson has 1 walk already. His 3-0 pitch is going to miss. A 4-pitch walk with 2 outs to Vasquez. That's also something that has hurt Traverse City dearly. It hurt them the last time they played Kokomo, as the leadoff hitter in the 9th inning was walked, and then he scored on a double. And then another walk in that 9th inning produced another run. So walks killer for Traverse City. First pitch going is the runner, Useche. Just didn't get the ball transferred to his glove. It's another stolen base without a throw. Vasquez now in scoring position for Adam Crampton. Has a chance to tie this game with the base hit. That's just Vasquez's 4th stolen base on the season in 6 tries. He doesn't go often. Takes it there, though, and now that ball gets away from Useche. So just like that, the tying run is 90 feet away. Great chance now for Crampton to drive in a run. He's going to need a base hit, though. He is a .311 hitter. Was just 1 for 5 against Traverse City, or 1 for 5 against Kenosha yesterday. Was 2 for 3 against the Pittsburghers on Sunday in Traverse City. 2 for 7 for the whole series. 3-0 count now as Wilson has thrown 7 straight balls. Finds his zone on the 3-0. So it's 3-1. He battled all the way back against Gavin Grant in the 1st inning. Went down 3-0 and then struck him out. Trying to do the same thing here against Crampton and the inning. Now is 3-1. Crampton fouls it off the right side, so Wilson is a strike away from doing just that. And battling all the way back from 3-0, get the count full, and then get a strikeout. Has to make a good pitch to Crampton, a good hitter, hitting over 300 on the season. Gets set with the runner on third. Wilson's payoff is down low, blocked by Useche, and that's going to put another runner on base here with 2 away for a really good hitter in Gavin Grant. And once again, it's the walks killing Traverse City this season, especially the last couple games. Not last night because their offense put up 22 runs. But on Monday, they lost against the Rivets by 1 run because they put on 3 runners to load the bases, all walks, and then walked home the winning run. 4 walks in the bottom of the 8th inning did them in. Pickoff throw almost gets away from Arnold. Wilson's got to be careful to throw that ball accurately. A wild throw will bring in the runner, and Crampton would easily be able to move down to second, maybe third. First pitch in this at-bat to Gavin Grant is down low, kept in front by Useche. A lot of balls being thrown in this at-bat. We also saw the walks hurt in the second, top of this inning. 1-0 pitch. Crampton takes off. Useche's throw to third. And back in safely is Vasquez. Now a base hit can bring in 2. The Pittsburghers didn't even get a hit last inning, but it didn't matter. They scored a run, and that is why walks are so deadly to a pitching staff. Now it's 3-0 again. Wilson losing the zone here. Has gone down 3-0 to 3 consecutive pitchers, or 3 consecutive batters, all with 2 outs. He got the first 2 guys relatively easily. It's 3-0 to Grant. Is in for a strike, so it's 3-1. Wilson was all over the zone of the first 2 hitters. He struck out Simons. He had Buckley down in the count 1-2. But now, 3 straight 3-0 counts. It's 3-1 now to Grant. Runners on third and second. His pitch is taken, I guess, a hair inside. And that's 3 consecutive walks by Wilson to load the bases. That's going to bring out Rocky Mariello, Traverse City's pitching coach, to have a talk with Wilson, who was cruising in the inning, getting 2 quick outs, getting both guys down in the count, attacking the strike zone. But now 3 consecutive batters that he's fallen behind on. Went down 3-0 to all 3. A 4-pitch walk to Vasquez. He got Crampton back in the count full. And then Grant got it to 3-1, but then walked him. Although that 3-1 pitch was really close, could have gone either way. Still, though, he put himself in that situation. And he has to try and make some good pitches to Tora Otsuka, who is having a great start to his Jackrabbit campaign. Hits in all 4 games he's played. He already has a clutch RBI base knock against the Pittsburghers. First game of the season he played, he had a 2 RBI base hit in the 4th inning that tied the game at 3. And the game would stay tied at 3 until Kokomo broke it open in the 9th. First pitch to Otsuka, swinging to second. Camaletti fields, flips to short. Traficante on the bag, ends the inning. And Benjamin Wilson out of a huge jam as he walked the bases loaded, but got a ground ball out to end it. And somehow, someway, Traverse City still on top 1-0, headed to the 3rd inning here on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the third inning here in Kokomo. As the pitch bidders are on top 1-0. Got a little shaky in the bottom of the second as Benjamin Wilson loaded the bases. But he got a one pitch out to Toru Otsuka to end it. They're on top 1-0. Top of the order back up for Traverse City. Zeb Rouse, the hitter. First pitch almost swung. Checked his swing on a high fastball from Buzz Shirley, who was only allowed the one run last inning without giving up a hit, a pair of walks. Almost the same formula in the bottom half as Benjamin Wilson walked a trio of batters but didn't give up a run. 1-1 count to Zeb as he fouls one off the left side. One pitch from the lefty is right down the pipe. Zeb held up, and the count to 1-2. Zeb hit a hard ground ball to third in the first inning, but it was snagged by the third baseman. He was thrown out. And this at-bat fouls one off on the 1-2, and I think he broke his bat. He's definitely going back to the dugout. Looks like he's going to get a new bat to hit with. Caught that one in on the handle. Those Rawlings Ash bats shatter pretty easily. They splinter. Especially if you get on the handle like Zeb just did. Shirley had a 4.99 ERA at Ithaca College in 40 innings pitched. His innings logged on the season, his starts were pretty good. Made a couple outings beyond 5 innings. Didn't end the season in the way he might have wanted, giving up 7 runs in 2 2/3. But gets a strikeout here against Zeb, who tried to check his swing on a ball down low. Went around for out number 1. So there's the first strikeout to 2 walks, and that's exactly the type of formula that we saw for Shirley at Ithaca. He had a perfect 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Struck out 46, walked 23. Camilletti first pitch swinging, smokes one to center, but right at the center fielder Vasquez. Barely even had to move as he makes the catch and puts it away. Camilletti held off base his first 2 at-bats, and there are 2 away here in the third. Same result as the first inning. Zeb and Mario go down, and in steps Tito Flores. He doubled with 2 outs in the first. Got to third on a wild pitch, but was left stranded on a great play by Gavin Grant up the middle. Trying to produce some more 2-out magic here. First pitch to him from Shirley is a fastball, looks like, that catches the outside corner for strike number 1. Good frame job behind the plate by Buckley. Flores pops one up, out of play, down the right side. And the count to 0-2, he has to protect now. Flores was 1 for 1 on Saturday against Kokomo with a walk and a hit by pitch, 2 RBIs, and had an RBI on Sunday but was hitless and did not reach base. He had a sacrifice hit. But coming off a huge game in the showcase, like I mentioned earlier, 3 for 5, 2 doubles, 5 ribbies on the day. Came up to the plate in that game 7 times as the home team won the game, or the away team won the game 18-16. Big offensive night. As Flores hits one to third, fielded by Crampton. His throw across is high, but on the bag is Dennis. A 1-2-3 inning for the Jackrabbits. Starting pitcher Buzz Shirley. We go to the bottom of the third with 3-4-5 due up for Kokomo here on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo, Indiana, for the bottom of the third inning from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. 1-2-3 went the Pit Spitters in the top half, and here in the bottom half, the Jackrabbits are going to start with their best hitter, Chase Mydroth. Smack in the middle of their lineup, Mydroth and Shelly Smart and Dennis, three big power bats from the right side of the plate. Mydroth grounded out to third. His first time up. Takes first pitch inside. Wilson, see if he can figure out his control problems as he walked. The bases loaded in the second, all with 2 outs. See if he starts attacking the plate more here. Deals high, so it's 2-0. Mydroth, another California kid. Kokomo has a good amount of players from California recruiting out west really well. Mydroth, another player from San Diego, just like Toro Otsuka. 2-0, down low, so it's 3-0. The 2-out walks weren't as big of a problem because you just need 1 out to end the inning, but a leadoff walk is the worst kind of walk. 3-0 finds a zone. Wilson continues to go down 3-0, but then locate a fastball around the knees to keep it in the count. Has to make another pitch here on 3-1, and he doesn't. Another walk down to first goes Chase Mydroth. The 5th walk already by Ben Wilson. We're only in the 3rd inning, and there's nobody out. Hunting for first place. I don't think Josh Rebant will allow too many free passes before he has to go to the bullpen. There is an arm down there throwing right now for Traverse City. As Martin Vancelli Samard steps in, he was the first walk in the 1st inning. First pitch to him down low. And as a guy that leads the team in strikeouts, Wilson has to attack Vancelli Samard here. He's an under 200 hitter at 196. Pick over Mydroth back in safely. Does have hits in his last 2 games. Another pick over. Mydroth diving back in safely just ahead of the tag. He's getting a pretty aggressive lead off of first base. He doesn't steal often at all. He's only stolen 5 times. Been caught once of those 5. So good success rate as Wilson throws a strike around the knees. Get the count even at 1-1. Another pickoff, and Mydroth diving back in safely ahead of the tag. Showing a lot of attention to Mydroth at first. Trying to make sure he doesn't get an extra base. If he steals, Wilson fires inside on Vincelli Simard, right underneath the hands. In off the plate. 2-1 now the count. Behind in the count again. 2-1 runner goes. Vincelli Simard on the hit and run fouls it off. And out of play. So the count to 2-2. Be a big spot for a strikeout here by Wilson. He has 3 in the game so far, but no one on the team strikes out more than the guy at the plate. His 2-2 is swung on and missed for a strikeout. Benjamin Wilson's 4th strikeout here in the ball game. And there's the first out of the inning. That's strikeout 51 on the season for Martin Vincelli Simard. 10 more than the next closest hitter. And it brings in Dylan Dennis, who has played more games on the season than any Kokomo Jackrabbit. This is his 53rd game played. 241 hitters struck out looking to end the first inning. Runner goes. Pitch high. Throw down to second is on the money. And gunned down is Mydroth. Useche with a strong throw for out number 2. Now, Wilson, a strike away, or not striking out away from getting out of the inning here. Pitch was called a ball, so it's 1-0 to Dennis. As he pops one up out of play. Count even at 1-1. A strikeout, a caught stealing. Gets 2 outs. So the leadoff walk erased. Pitch to Dennis. Inside corner. A beautiful spot for that fastball. And he's ahead 1-2. Trying to end it right here. Trying to strike out Dennis for the second time tonight. Benjamin Wilson fires. Popped up on the infield. That should end the inning. It's over on the left side by Faust. And he makes the grab. And that will do it. We're through 3 here in Kokomo. And the Pittsburghers on top just 1-0. Benjamin Wilson threw 3 strong innings, 5 walks, but 4 strikeouts, no runs allowed. We go to the 4th here on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the fourth here in Kokomo as Evan Mayday stands in to face Buzz Shirley for the second time tonight here in the fourth. Hits one hard to second on a one-hop. Grant fields and will throw him out. So Mayday 0 for 2, a pair of ground outs to second. Both hard hit balls though. Keep hitting balls hard. Results will show up, as has been the case with a couple players on Traverse City's team. Just saw it over the last series with Rockford. Jake Arnold and Miguel Luceche, both guys hitting under 200. But both guys hitting home runs against Rockford. You just keep grinding at the plate, putting good swings together, and hits will come. As Trey Younger stands in, scored the one and only run so far, led off the second with a walk on 4 pitches. Didn't see a strike, and now 2 straight balls to him in this at-bat. Shirley working around Younger. Slowly starting to become one of the most reliable hitters for the Pittsbitters. Holds on a 2-0, and now it's 3-0. Younger just not getting a pitch to hit here in this at-bat. Had a base knock in both games against Rockford. There's a strike thrown to Younger on 3-0. So the count to 3-1. Still a hitter's count for Trey. Shirley on 3-1. Got Younger almost swinging out of his shoes there as he comes up empty on a pitch low and inside. Would have been ball 4, but he chased it as the count goes full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch from Shirley. Gets the sign into the windup and deals. And Younger is going to take that fastball high. He's walked now for both at-bats tonight. Pittsbitters have a base runner here in the fourth. Good at-bat by Younger. Walked maybe one pitch later than he should have if he didn't chase that 3-1. But the same result nonetheless. He's on first for Miguel Luceche, who walked right after Trey Younger did in the second inning. He only saw 1 strike before walking. First pitch takes high for ball 1. Home plate umpire Mason Labuda not given anything above the zone or anything deemed above the zone. That one is in there for strike number 1. 1-1 count to Miggy, who put together a great night yesterday. 2 for 4, double and a home run. Pops one up on the infield. Second baseman Grant's over. He'll make the catch, and there are 2 away. Got that one inside off the hands. Little late on the swing as he pops it up to the second baseman, brings in Camden Traficante, who had himself a great night. Could have been a Northwoods League Player of the Night. I'm sure he was drawing looks as a candidate, going 3 for 6 with a home run, a double, a single, 5 RBIs. One of the best nights that he's had all season long. No official at bat as he had a sacrifice bunt in the second, but it worked to perfection as it allowed a run to score on the very next batter. Helped Traverse City take the lead without even getting a hit in the inning. Just 2 walks, a sac bunt, and a ground out. That's Pittsbitter baseball. 0-1 the count to him as Younger leads off of first. Shirley deals. Younger takes off, throw high. Down to second, Younger tries to swim move, but he is thrown out. So both catchers have thrown a runner out trying to steal And that sends this game to the bottom of the 4th inning. Traverse City still up 1 run, 1-0 here on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo Municipal Stadium in the bottom of the 4th inning, and it is true what I was saying earlier about how Josh Rebant wasn't going to allow too many free passes before going to the bullpen, so he makes a move, and in comes Pat Holfeld to relieve Benjamin Wilson, who didn't have too bad of a night. He just lost some control to a few batters. He did have 5 walks, but he had 4 strikeouts, only 1 hit, no runs. So he shows his capabilities and what he's able to do. But Holfeld, a very reliable pitcher for Traverse City, will enter, and he's going to get a 1-pitch out as Jacob Simons swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Traficante at short. There's 1 away. Holfeld, just the second time he's pitching in quite a long time, actually. 3.44 ERA. Pitched against Fondy on July 8th. Didn't pitch again until July 31st against Kokomo. Pitched 1 inning with 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no runs. Has had a good amount of success against the Jackrabbits. Also pitched 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout against Kokomo way back on May 31st, game 1 of the season. A reliable arm for Josh Rebant, a guy that has given Traverse City many innings on the hill. Gets a fly ball to right. Flores back. He will make the catch. And that's the first ball, actually, that the Jackrabbits have hit to the outfield. As there's been a good amount of walks, but then there's been some ground balls and pop-outs on the infield. That's the first ball that they've mustered to the outfield. Buckley went the other way with it to Flores in right field. Easy catch for the University of Michigan utility player. There's 2 away now for Cannon Vasquez. He swings at the first pitch up the middle. Diving play by Camilletti, but he's going to have no chance to throw Vasquez out at first. He's going to single just the second hit for the Jackrabbits here. It gives them a 2-out base runner for the bottom of their order. Their last hitter, Adam Crampton. No official at bat as Crampton walked in the second. part of the 3 players that were walked. Another California kid from Oakland who plays his college ball at Stanford. He's first pitch swinging as well and fouls it off the right side. Holfeld, a totally different pitcher than Benjamin Wilson. Not a power pitcher. He won't get you with fast, some high velocity, but he locates his pitches well and produces soft contact. There's one up top. More of a finesse pitcher is Holfeld, and he'll need his stuff to be on against a good Jackrabbit team. 1-1 the count. Got to watch the stolen base for Vasquez. Cramped into center. Over is Zeb, or Mayday. That's Mayday in center. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. 1 base runner on 1 hit. A pair of flyouts and a ground out. Holfeld, a scoreless frame. We go to the 5th here on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to KMS, Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Here in the 5th inning, this game so far moving along at a pretty brisk pace. Only 3 hits for the game total. 1 for Traverse City, 2 for the Jackrabbits, but the Pit Spitters on top 1-0. Got a run in the 2nd without even needing a base hit. They haven't had a hit since the 1st. 3 straight innings without one as Cameron Traficante leads off, looking to change that here. Big swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup from Shirley, who's pitched really well so far here tonight. He's walked 3 batters, given up 1 hit, only 1 strikeout, but is using his off-speed pitches in his arsenal very well as he gets Traficante on 2 back-to-back changeups. That pitch has been working for him so far. 0-2, sails a high fastball. Not many hard hit balls, there's been a few, but for the most part, pretty soft contact. And that's the same for Kokomo as well. Both sides haven't really squared up many baseballs. There's been, I can only think of really 3 balls hit hard. Flores' double, then the play that Grant made up the middle on a hard liner on the ground by Evan Mayday. And then Camilletti smoked a line drive to center, but right at the center fielder. Besides that, it's been pretty soft, slow rollers and infield pop-ups. Faust in here, gets the count to 2-0, 2 straight balls thrown to him. Knocked in Trey Younger in the 2nd inning on an RBI ground out. Duo pitch, Shirley deals right around the knees, a fastball for the first strike. 2-1 the count to Faust. Got a hit in the 9th inning yesterday. His first hit of the game, first hit of the series, and that made sure that every single starting player got a base hit. He was the only player without a hit until the 9th. Shoots one hard to second, but right at Gavin Grant. Makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Trying to go the opposite way with one, but just can't find any grass. Shirley about to face the minimum through the second trip through the lineup. Started with the top of the order to lead off the third, and now Arnold, the hitter here in the fifth. First pitch swinging, pops it up behind home. Might be in play for Buckley. Tosses the mask. He'll make the catch. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Shirley. No hits since the first for the Pittsburghers. But they're still on top 1-0. But they're going to need to get the offense rolling in the second half of this ball game if they want to hold off a really good Jackrabbit team. Bottom half coming up here on Pittsburgh Radio. Bottom of the fifth inning here in Kokomo as the top of the Jackrabbits lineup will hit here to lead things off. Gavin Grant, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk so far. Takes the first pitch from Pat Holfeld outside, came into the game, got 2 quick outs, gave up a 2-out single, and then ended the inning on a line out to center field. Throws one over the head of Grant in this at-bat, so the count to 2-0 as Kokomo's bullpen now gets active with a right-hander. Might be making a change pretty shortly. Holfeld's 2-0. Gets Grant swinging and missing on a pitch low and in. A good spot from Holfeld. Trying to make some good pitches against the lineup. A very good hitting top of the lineup for Kokomo. Grant shows bunt, gets it down. Holfeld off the mound. Grant's going to reach base safely on a bunt single. Using his speed to reach base there, puts down a bunt in a perfect spot. Right in between catcher, pitcher, and third baseman, right where you want it. And he's on. That's the tying run with speed over at first. Grant is second on the team in stolen bags. With 14, he's been caught 3 times. Toro Otsuka, the batter, takes strike 1 from Holfeld here. Otsuka singled in the first inning. Grounded out in the second inning. He's 1 for 2. Grant getting a good lead off first. He won't steal here. Ball down low. Seiche, though, blocks it, keeps it in front. Grant stays. Ground ball. Traverse City will be looking to get the lead runner, but it's going to take a really hard hit ball on the ground to turn 2 as Otsuka runs well. 1-1 pitch. There goes Grant. Throw down is going to be not in time. Grant is in there with a stolen base. And there's the tying run, now in scoring position. Pitch was a ball as well, so it's a 2-1 count, a hitter's count to Otsuka. Looking for hit number 2 or to at least advance the runner. Chops one to second. Camilletti will field. Otsuka out at first. Arnold's throw to third as Grant rounded widely at the bag, but he is back in there safely. That's a productive out for Otsuka as the tying run now just 90 feet away with only 1 away. And it brings in their best hitter, Chase Mydroth. Big spot here. See if Traverse City decides to bring in the infield to try and cut the runner down at home, and they're not going to bring him in. So a ground ball will tie the ball game. First pitch to Mydroth. To first, Arnold knocks it down, and he'll go get to first in time for the out, but a run will score to tie the game. An interesting play there. I'm not sure what happened. Arnold fell down as that ball was hit to him. Could have easily thrown out Grant at home, but he fell on the play and just knocked the ball down, didn't field it cleanly. So we're tied at 1. 2 outs for Martin Vincelli-Simard. Takes a first pitch, ball high. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout so far. One 0 pitch. Down low, gets away from Useche, but no one on base anymore. This game has the same look as the game played on Sunday when Traverse City took the early lead, but then struggled to produce runs the rest of the way. Now 3-0 to Vincelli-Simard. Top of the order for Kokomo is going to be the problem with Grant, Otsuka, and Mydroth. Those 3, if you can keep them off base, that's the winning formula. Pitcher Ben Wilson did a good job through the first couple innings. Only allowed 2 base runners in the first 6 at-bats. Holfold into trouble here, though, as Vincelli-Simard pops it up in foul ground. Might be in play. Useche and Faustover. Useche is going to run, and I think he held on to that ball, and he did. Ran into Faust, but he holds on, and that will end the inning. Kokomo, though, gets 1 back, and we are tied heading to the 6th inning here on Pitt Spitter Radio. Top of the 6 here in Kokomo. And the top of the order back up for Traverse City, though they went through that last trip in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings without a hit. Only one base runner who was thrown out trying to steal. So Zeb Rouse back up here in the 6th inning, trying to get something started against Buzz Shirley, who has only allowed 1 hit in the 1st, 1 run in the 2nd. But with arms throwing for the Jackrabbits, see if Traverse City can get a couple on here and pull the pitcher out of the game. Low and away fastball called for strike 1. The count even now against Zeb. 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Trying to get things started as the leadoff hitter here in the 6th. 1-1 pitch. Inside, and that ball hit Zeb. He gets hit more than anyone in the Northwoods League. That ball, the 19th time this season he has been hit by a pitch. And there is the leadoff base runner that Traverse City's been looking for. If you go to the official Northwoods League site, you look at the league leaders, you won't see Zeb in the hit by pitch column because he doesn't qualify, doesn't have enough at-bats. But he does lead the league. That's his 19th stolen base, 3 more than the next closest player, Otto Kemp of St. Cloud. Mario Camilletti now the hitter. Takes a first pitch strike from the left-hander, Buzz Shirley. Camilletti 0 for 2, but he's hit the ball well against Shirley. Hard ground out to second in his first at-bat. Smoked one to center field on a line, but right at the center fielder, Cannon Vasquez. Trying to move around Zeb here. Swings, fouls one straight back over the crowd into the parking lot to make it 0-2, and Camilletti has to fight now at the plate. His on-base percentage into the game started at .503. Off his first 2 times, though. He's going to need to get on base in this at-bat, or that on base is going to keep dropping, might drop back below 500. 0-2 pitch from Shirley. Camilletti smokes through the left side, a base hit. First hit for the Pittsbitters since the very first inning. And now they're in business. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Perfect piece of hitting there by Camilletti, shooting one through the left side, opposite field. Just a simple swing on 2 strikes, not trying to do too much, just trying to get on base. In between the third baseman and shortstop, just a perfect 2-strike approach by Mario, and that's why he leads the league in on-base percentage and why he was over 500 in on-base percentage as well at the college level at Central Michigan in the spring. Tito Flores now the batter with 2 on, nobody out. A bunt scenario, but he swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. A low-scoring game like this, not a bad idea to bunt the runners over and try to score a run and go on top. However, you got a hot hitter like Flores at the plate who already has a double in the game. 3 for 5 in the showcase on Tuesday. Maybe let him swing the bat and try to move these runners. Holds on a pitch. Looks like it's a little outside, maybe high, and the pitch count now is 1-1. The first baseman, Vincelli Smart, still in on the grass, though, in case Flores bunts. So there's a chance to put one through the right side on the ground. 1-1 count. The pitch. Flores swings, fouls it out of play down the right side. So now there's definitely not going to be a bunt. I think Vincelli Smart can back up and feel a little bit safer not playing that close, about 90 feet away from the plate. Got to protect now. Got to try and move up the runners with no one out here. Pitch to Tito. Outside, the count evens up again, now at 2-2. trying to produce here. Camilletti also continues his hot hitting against Kokomo. That's 4 straight games with a hit against the Jackrabbits as Flores swings and misses at a pitch in the zone. Had a good pitch to hit but comes up empty, and that's not a productive at-bat. Those runners don't move up. They stay put where they're at, and now there's one away. So crucial in those spots to get a ball in play and move up the runners. Try and get a runner at third with less than 2 outs. Because with only 1 out, with Mayday at the plate now, all it would have taken was a fly ball or even a ground ball to score the run. But now Mayday would need a hit to bring in a base runner. Mayday is 0 for 2. Pair of ground outs to the second baseman Grant, so I'm sure he's on high alert. Good pitch from Shirley. Fastball on the outside corner. Mayday just takes it all the way. Count to 1-1. Robbed of a RBI base hit in the first inning by Grant on a ball that was headed straight for center field. Trying to get an RBI hit here. 1-1. Fastball in the zone, fouled out of play. And Shirley ahead of the left-handed hitting Mayday, 1-2. Trying to win the lefty-lefty matchup. Traverse City a great chance to score to start. First and second, nobody out. It's getting a little dimmer here. Shirley's 1-2 is fouled straight back by Mayday. Just got a piece to stay alive on a good pitch from Shirley. That strikeout to Flores was only the second strikeout for Shirley in the game. Struck out Zeb in the 3rd inning. And then Flores here in the 6th. Only 2 Ks. But that last one a big one. In a big spot. Another 1-2 coming to Mayday. Pitch is fouled off again. Mayday putting together a good at-bat here. Fouled off a couple 2-strike pitches. Battling at the plate. This next pitch will be pitch number 80 for Buzz Shirley here in the 6th inning. Pitch gets away from the catcher Buckley. Headed up to third is Zeb. Over to second is Camilletti. And now an RBI chance for Mayday at the plate. The infield, see if they come in or if they stay back. If they stay back, a ground ball will give Traverse City the lead back. And it looks like Kokomo's going to come in. The infield is in now, so a ground ball won't do it. Mayday's going to have to get one to the outfield here. The 2-2. He's early on it. He fouls it off the right side. Good pitch by Shirley, but a good battle at the plate by Mayday. 2021 season, Mayday hit .360 with 38 RBIs. 34 stolen bases. Another 2-2 pitch is coming to him here from Shirley. He deals. Mayday to second. Caught by Grant. The throw back to third. And I'm not sure what the third base umpire is looking at. The third baseman caught the ball but wasn't touching third. And he calls Zeb out on the return throw. And that's going to send this game to the bottom of the 6th. Traverse City had a great chance to score, and they don't, so we're tied at 1 here on Pitts Bitter Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo, as the Pit Spitters had 2 in scoring position with 1 away, and it's another game with the same deal, not able to produce a go-ahead run with a runner at third, less than 2 outs. So the game's still tied at 1. First pitch bunt by Dennis popped up, and Useche not going to be able to get there in time. It's foul. Holfeld on the mound for his 3rd inning out of the bullpen. Looks like another arm is thrown down there. Be surprised if Buzz Shirley throws in the 7th. He's thrown 6 strong. Believe the bullpen will be out in the 7th inning, as Dennis takes strike 2 called on the outside corner. Holfeld ahead 0-2. Pitched a good 4th inning, but allowed 1 run in the 5th. As we are tied at 1. Holfeld's 0-2 pitch. He deals. Dennis swing and a miss on a pitch that was drifting outside of the strike zone. And there's out number 1. First strikeout for Pat Holfeld. Facing the bottom half of the order now with Jacob Simons in. He's 0-2. Strikeout against Wilson. Grounded out last time up against Holfeld. Holfeld, first pitch, Simons hits one to left. Younger moving towards the line, and he will get there to make the catch. 1 pitch out to Simons, and there's 2 away in the inning. Traverse City's going to start in the 7th, the same place Kokomo started here in the 6th with their 5-hole hitter, and then work from there as they try to retake the lead. Holfeld trying to keep it tied to give them a good chance. Here's Josh Buckley. He's 0-2 tonight. First pitch swinging, hits it to center. In comes Mayday, dives, and he makes the catch to end the inning. What a diving play by Evan Mayday on a sinking liner into center. 1-2-3 frame for Holfeld, and we're through 6. Tied at 1, locked up in a pitcher's duel. On to the 7th, here in Kokomo on Pit Spitter Radio. Back here in the top of the 7th inning, 3 innings left in this low-scoring pitcher's duel, and Buzz Shirley is still on the hill. Here in the 7th, he's pitched 6 innings, has only allowed 2 hits, and only one run. Last inning was a great chance for Traverse City to score. Came up empty, though. And now the bottom of their lineup will try to produce the go-ahead run. Trey Younger, the leadoff hitter, takes one inside. Hasn't had to swing the bat today. He's had 2 walks, no official plate appearance so far. Trying to get something to hit here, but I'm sure he won't complain with another walk. Does get a pitch to hit to the shortstop, Mydroth. It's fielded on to first. Not picked by Vincelli Samard on a low throw. Younger will reach base safely. Interesting to see how they rule that, because Younger was hustling down the line. Really could go that either way with a hit or an error. But it looks like they're going to give Younger a single leadoff hit for Trey. Back-to-back innings, Traverse City's put the leadoff man on base. I have to think they need to capitalize in this inning. Weren't able to last inning, and they're only going to get so many chances against Shirley here as he keeps going deeper and deeper into his night, as he gets more and more exhausted from more pitches thrown, especially with runners on base. Those stressful situations, pressure pitches take more out of you. I feel like they have to get something started here. Miguel Useche, the hitter, he's 0 for 1, a walk and a pop-up. Trying to move around Younger. Hits one to right, moving towards the line is Otsuka. That ball, though, is going to get just out of play, out of his reach. And Useche down in the count 0-2. Useche trying to put together a good at-bat here. Trying to get another hit in another game. The 0-2 is taken high. A good hold from Miggy. Staying at first is Younger. He was caught stealing back in the 4th inning after a leadoff walk. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. 1-2, dealt inside, low and in. Almost got the feet of Useche. He backs away, doesn't let it hit him, and the count even at 2-2. Trafficante on deck, so 2 back-to-back hitters that had a phenomenal night yesterday, but both hitless so far today. The 2-2 pitch, Useche down the line, foul over at third. Josh Reban at third base makes the play on the foul ball. Flips it into Kokomo's dugout. Younger back to first. Useche back to home for another 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Both sides perfectly even right now on the scoreboard. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors here in the 7th. Traverse City trying to turn that 1 into a 2 here. Another 2-2 pitch. Shirley deals. Useche sits on a breaking ball, fouls it straight back. Just got a piece to stay alive. What an at-bat he's putting together. Younger singled. Now Useche fouling off a couple pitches. A good at-bat for him. Another 2-2 is taken high, so the count runs full. Three-two pitch coming to Useche. With Younger on first, Shirley deals. Useche hits it to right field. It's chasing Otsuka back. He will get there in time, though, to make the grab. And there's out number 1. A good at-bat by Useche. But in the end, it's Shirley on the mound that wins the battle. Younger holds it first. So he's there for Cayman Trafficante with 1 away here. The shortstop 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt and a ground out so far. Takes the first pitch, ball, a little high. Mason Labuda behind the plate is staying away from anything above the belt, not giving the high strike to the pitchers, being consistent with his strike zone tonight. Traff homered in the game yesterday, part of a 3-for-6 night. Fouls one here out of play. The ball does fly here at Kokomo. Unlike Turtle Creek Stadium in Traverse City, where the wind is consistently blowing in, here it's usually blowing out, which helps hitters. 1-1 pitch. He deals. Traff fouls one off again. Down and out of play to the right side onto the concourse. Another hitter down to 2 strikes against Shirley, who's now at 95 pitches, nearing the 100 pitch mark. Once you hit 100 pitches, you cannot start a new inning. So with only 1 away, this would likely be Shirley's last inning on the hill. His 1-2. He deals a Traff high and outside. Fastball trying to get a chase. Trafficante lays off. Count evens at 2-2. And then once you throw 110 pitches, you can't throw to a new batter. So both those rules in play here. As Traff takes a 2-2 and fouls it off the left side. Just like Miguel Usteche, putting together a good at-bat, battling at the plate, fouling off some tough pitches. Trying to win the battle against Shirley. It was Shirley who won the battle against Usteche, got him to fly out to right. Another 2-2 to Trafficante is inside and low, a good take at the plate, and back-to-back batters get the count full. A lot of these pressure pitches here for Buzz Shirley, who's already walked 3 batters. Could it be a 4th here? His 3-2 pitch, runner goes. Traff to left field, that ball's fair into the corner. Younger is going to get the wave. He's going to come home to score. Trafficante clutch hitting once again. Pittsburghers on top, 2-1. What an at-bat by Traff. Perfectly executed. Lines one over the third baseman's head into the corner. Younger with the head start, easily coming around to score. And the Pittsburghers are back on top by a run here. Back-to-back nights with an RBI double by Trafficante. They didn't get an RBI hit last inning when they stranded a couple in scoring position. Trafficante says not this time around. He brings in a run. And Traverse City threatening for more with Christian Faust at the plate now. Runner on second. There's still only 1 out. Arnold is on deck and then the top of the order. First pitch to Faust is a slow breaking ball in for the first strike. Faust taking that pitch the whole way. He's 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI hit. Brought in a run in the second. Shoots one here to center. Center fielder Vasquez back. Traff is going to tag up to third. Vasquez's throw cut off by the shortstop Mydroth. His throw high. It gets over the head of the third baseman. But backing up the play is the pitcher Shirley. That almost very dangerous for the Jackrabbits. If Shirley doesn't back up that play, Trafficante scores on the overthrow. But now there's 2 outs. There's a runner on third. That's Trafficante. First pitch to Arnold. Foul back. Arnold trying to come through now. Had that home run at Rockford on Monday. Has a chance to put his team up an extra run here. give them some insurance. Swings and misses at the off speed. Goes down in the count 0-2 as Buzz Shirley's thrown 103 pitches. This will be his last inning. And now it's just a matter of, will he get out of the inning down just 1 run? Or can the Pittsburghers get a 2-out hit here? Arnold ready. Shirley deals 0-2. Arnold, little dribbler. Shirley will field, flip to first. And that will end the inning, but the Pittsburghers take the lead. An RBI double from Camden Traficante. They're up 2-1. Time to stretch here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. We'll be back in a short break right here on Pittsburgh Radio. Back in Kokomo, bottom of the 7th inning. Pittsburghers have taken the lead back. They are up 2-1 over the Jackrabbits. As Pat Holfeld will work again with the lead. Had a 1-0 lead when he entered the game in the 4th. Gave up a run in the 5th. Has the lead back here. Trying to protect it against leadoff hitter Cannon Vasquez. He's been on base twice. Walk and a single. Big hack. Comes up empty. The count goes full to him. He had a single back in the 4th inning with 2 outs against Holfeld. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Vasquez comes up empty there. Holfeld all the way back from down 3-0. Gets the strikeout. There's the first out here in the 7th. Last hitter before the lineup card turns back over. And the leadoff hitter, Gavin Grant, steps in. Adam Crampton, who's 0 for 1. He has walked in the game. He has lined out sharply to center. 1-0 pitch to him. Grounded to third. Foul field. Easy play for him across in time for the second out. Holfeld 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. And this is the part of the lineup that can cause some troubles. However, this is a good spot to be in for Traverse City because they have the top of their order leading off the 8th. If Holfeld can get an out without allowing a run to score here with the top part, then realistically, they can get through the 8th and the 9th innings without having to see Gavin Grant again at the top of the lineup. First pitch to him is taken for a ball. That can be huge, especially if Pittsburghers can score an extra run or two with their top of the lineup in the 8th. They can hold on to win this ball game. Holfeld gets a call on the outside corner on a slider, make the count 1-1. 2 outs in the inning for Pat Holfeld, looking for a 1-2-3. Pitch downstairs to Gavin Grant, gets him a hitter's count at 2-1. Back-to-back low-scoring games between these two teams. 5-3 final on Sunday. 2-1 here as Holfeld misses outside. 3-1 the count. Grant has a lot of speed. You don't want to walk him and give him the opportunity to get into scoring position with a stolen base. Got to throw a strike. 3-1 is a strike. Fastball right around the knees. A good pitch by Holfeld. The count is full. Grant did single his last at-bat, but on a bunt single, so he has to swing away here with 2 strikes. Holfeld needs to put one in the zone. His payoff pitch, he deals way outside. I think Holfeld was trying to really locate that pitch, and it just got away from him. Slips out of his hand, and Grant will go to first, and there's the tying run with Tora Utsuka at the plate. Utsuka did ground out in the 5th inning. It moved Gavin Grant over to third after he stole second. So just got to be aware of Grant's speed, because if he steals a base, then it would take just a simple single to tie it up. See if he's going on the first pitch. Holfeld steps off. He's getting an aggressive lead over at first, getting some big steps. Good lead for Grant at first. Holfeld stepping off again. Otsuka tonight in the game, 1 for 3. Singled in the first. Then a pair of groundouts. That's his MO. That's the style of Japanese players. Hit the ball on the ground. Grant does take off here. Pitches is called strike. Throw to second is not in time. And Grant is in with another stolen base. His second tonight. And there's the tying run in scoring position with 2 away. The slap hitting became famous with Ichiro Suzuki when he was with the Seattle Mariners. Very rarely does Otsuka elevate a ball too much. Swings kind of down on the ball to drive it into the turf. And uses his speed to beat out any ball on the ground. He did so in the first inning on a chopper up the middle. Was able to get safe at first. Was able to beat it out. As a 1-1 count here against Holfeld. Holfeld deals. Otsuka holds on a pitch low and in. The count 2-1. You got to get Otsuka here. This is what I was talking about. Holfeld can really help himself out here. If he gets Otsuka, Maedroth will lead off the 8th. But then the top of the order wouldn't come back around potentially the rest of the game. 2-1 pitch. Holfeld looking at Grant. Deals. Otsuka. Little flare. Second baseman Camilletti over. He'll make the catch. And Holfeld out of trouble. Grant reaches, steals second. But Holfeld retires Otsuka, keeps the Pittsburghers on top, headed to the 8th inning in a low-scoring duel, 2-1 here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Top of the 8th inning, and the top of the order will bat for the Pit Spitters as the Jackrabbits head to the bullpen for the first time tonight after Buzz Shirley went 7 innings, gave up just 4 hits but 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Jackson Unier, the new pitcher, the right-hander from Minnesota, deals his first pitch to Zeb, grounds it to third, fielded by Crampton. 1 pitch, 1 out of the bullpen for Unier. Like I mentioned in the bottom of the 7th, how big it is for Holfeld to have gotten an out at the top of the order. Mydroth will lead off. Even if he gets a hit, you can go through the next 6 batters in the lineup. If you get them all out, you don't have to face the top of the order again in the bottom of the 9th, and that can be a really big difference in this game, as the top of the order is really the only part that's been doing much of anything for the Jackrabbits. As Camilletti hits one opposite field to the shortstop, Mydroth fields, fires just in time to get Camilletti. 2 pitches, 2 outs now for the relief pitcher Unier. See what the game plan is for Tito Flores as he steps into the plate. If he's going to go after the first pitch or if he's going to take it. I can't imagine they want a 3-pitch inning right here. Well, that's where it's headed. If Flores gets out on the first pitch, we'll see what the strategy is here against Unier, the righty. First pitch to Flores is taken for a ball, so it won't be a 3-pitch inning. But the Jackrabbits are 1 out away from ending the inning. Unier set against Flores, struck out in his last at-bat. Chops one here off his foot and foul. Doubled in the first, grounded out and then struck out his last time up. Has had a pretty decent night for him. Unier has not given up an earned run in 8 appearances this season. Gave up 3 runs on Monday against Kenosha, but all unearned. 1-1, Flores holds, inside corner, called a strike, and now he's down 1-2, has to protect the plate. Unier walked 1, gave up 2 hits against the Kingfish on Monday. Last time he faced Traverse City, he gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs, and 2 innings of relief in 11-9 victory. His 1-2 here to Tito Flores. He deals. Flores holds on a low pitch, and the count goes even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's going to be Mydroth leading off in the 8th. But then after that, you have a couple hitters who are hitless tonight. Good chance for the Pit Spitter pitching staff here. 2-2 pitch, deals. Flores, little chopper, back to Unier on the mound. He fields, throws in time. A 1-2-3 inning, all ground outs. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Traverse City is on top, just narrowly 2-1 in a pitcher's duel. Returning in the bottom of the 8th in just a second on Pit Spitter Radio. Back for the bottom of the 8th here in Kokomo. As a new pitcher enters for the Pittsbitters, it is Joe Horosco from Wittenberg University, the right-hander, making his 13th relief appearance on the season. Most recently pitched a scoreless frame against the Kingfish on July 27th, part of a 7-6 victory. Gave them a big inning of a scoreless outing, as Traverse City would win that game by just 1 run. So his scoreless outing was a big help in that. Pitched against Kokomo on July 22nd at home. Pitched 3 innings out of the bullpen, gave up 1 run. Chopper to third, fouls Fields. His throw across the diamond in time to Jake Arnold, and that is a huge first out as you keep the hottest hitter on the team off board. And Mydroth tonight, he's 0 for 3. Not letting the best hitter on the team beat him. They get Mydroth to ground out for the 3rd time. He only reached once on a walk. He's hitless, as are in the lineup the next 4 hitters. Big chances here for Traverse City. The stars are aligning for a victory here as Martin Vincelli-Simard stands in. He's 0 for 2. Walked in his first trip to the plate, struck out and popped out. Does lead the team in home runs with 5. Way out in front of an off-speed pitch there by Horosco. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Horosco gave up 2 hits, 1 walk against the Jackrabbits on the 22nd of July. Did have 3 strikeouts as Simard swings and misses at another off-speed pitch from Joe. Looks like he's sitting fastball, but Horosco not giving it to him. If he's going to keep chasing the off-speed, might as well stick with it here on 1 and 2. Let's see if he does. His 1-2 pitch deals down low, skips one in the dirt. Useche blocks it to keep it in front. No one on base though, so just a little bit of practice perfects the craft. Blocking balls down low. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The team leader in strikeouts, down to 2 strikes. See if Horosco can add 1 to the total here. Vincelli-Simard to the corner, but just foul down the left side. Got the barrel extended just a little early. A hard hit ball, but foul, so the count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Horosco into the windup. He deals on 2-2. Vincelli-Simard foul again down the left side. This one on the ground. The last one was hit on a line. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Horosco got the best hitter to ground out. Now he's got to get one of the biggest power bats out here. He's fought off a couple 2-strike pitches though. Another 2-2. Deals. Little chopper. Horosco off the mound. Useche Fields fires to first. And called safe is Vincelli-Simard. Beats the play at first, apparently. And the tying run will reach, which means Kokomo is going to bring in a pinch runner.
As the big fellow rumbles up the...
Pinch hitter Ryan Ellis taking over for Vincelli-Simard. That's going to give them some wheels, trying to tie the game up here. But the next 2 hitters, even the next 3 hitters, without a hit. We'll see if Horosco can work out of this little jam here. The hitter is Dylan Dennis, the first baseman. 0 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, and a pop-up to the third baseman, Christian Faust. See if Els tries to steal second base in this plate appearance. Doesn't go on pitch 1 as Dennis swings, fouls it to the right side out of play. Orozco has to make some pitches as Kobe Griner, the side armor, gets loose in the Traverse City bullpen. The closer, John Buechler, is starting to stretch as well. Ready to pitch in the 9th or even in this inning if he's needed. All depends on how the next batter or two shakes out. Ellis a good lead off of first. Orozco pick over and Ellis back in safely with the dive. Jackrabbits do have a few stolen bases already. One by Toro Otsuka, one by Camden Vasquez, a pair by Gavin Grant. Useche has only caught one runner trying to steal. See if Ellis tries to take off and get in scoring position. Umpires call the block on Joe Orozco. I'm not sure what the call is there, why they called it. I think Joe was just going through his normal movement on the mound. Not sure why that was called. That could play big into this game now with the tying run at second base. 0-1 pitch, deal to Dennis, swing and a miss. The count now 0-2 as the tying run is in scoring position on the block. I didn't see anything when I watched the replay. Don't know why it was called. Just doing his normal motion on the mound. But Ellis is at second. Dennis is at the plate. He's 0 for 3 in an 0-2 count. Orozco deals. Dennis to left field. That ball is down. They're going to send the runner. Younger's throw is cut off by Faust, and that's going to tie the game. All because of a call by the umpires on a balk. Josh Rebant is out of the dugout, and I think a new pitcher is coming into the game. A new pitcher will enter, so we'll take a break and be back in a minute here on Pit Spitter Radio. Back here in Kokomo in the bottom of the 8th inning, as the game is tied up at 2 on an RBI single from Dylan Dennis. Kobe Griner will be the new pitcher. He entered to face Rockford on Monday in a tied game with the bases loaded. He walked 2 batters in the inning, 1 to load the bases and 1 to push a run across, and that was the go-ahead run for Rockford as Traverse City lost 3-2. He's tasked with keeping the game tied, headed to the 9th inning. He'll face Jacob Simons. First, he's 0 for 3. Sidearmer deals. Called strike as Simons showed bunt and then pulled back. But the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Griner did face Kokomo on the 31st, the last time they were at Turtle Creek Stadium. 2 scoreless innings against the Jackrabbits, though he did give up 2 hits and 2 walks in those 2 innings. Put plenty of runners on base, but no one came around to score against him. Pitching out of trouble in his sidearm slot. Pick over, close at first. Dennis is back in there safely, though. Back-to-back pickoffs by Griner. Taking a look at Dennis. It was a balk called on Orozco that put the tying run in scoring position, allowing Dennis to tie the game. Pitch low and in. Ball 1 to Simons. Ryan Ellis, the pinch runner, easily scored on the single to left field. 1-1 pitch coming here. Griner set. He fires in, and Simons takes for strike 2. 1-2 the count now. Could have been potentially even 2 bad calls. The play at first was pretty close. May have gotten Vincelli Simard. And then the balk. I don't know what they saw and why they called it, but that set up the tying hit. 1-2 pitch from Griner. First a pickoff, and back in is Dennis again. 3 pickoff moves over to Dylan Dennis so far from Griner. Dennis has not even attempted a stolen base on the season. Slider called. Strike 3 on Jacob Simons. A very late strike 3 call by Mason Labuda behind the plate. And that one rings him up for out number 2. Runner on first, 2 away for Josh Buckley here in a tied game. Buckley 0 for 3. Couple of balls in the air. All 3 of his outs. A pop out, a fly out, and a line out. Was robbed of a base hit by Evan Mayday in center field his last time up. First pitch to him in this at-bat is low and in for a ball. Now this is going to be an interesting 9th inning because Traverse City will bat right in the middle of their order. The Jackrabbits will have 8, 9, and then top. So the top of the order will get to bat in the 9th. Ball to short. Traficante across his body to first. Pulls Arnold off the bag. And that's going to allow Buckley to be safe. I'm not sure what Traff was thinking there. I think his initial thought was he wanted to throw the ball to second base. But then he had no choice but to throw the ball to first. I don't think anyone was covering second base. The late decision allows Buckley to reach. And Josh Revamp's going to go to the bullpen again here with 2 outs and 2 on. He's going to bring in John Buechler to pitch. Big spot for the Traverse City closer. No save chance in this game. It's just to get this game tied into the 9th inning. Be back in just a second here on Pittsburgh Radio. back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The move to the bullpen is for John Buechelaer, who is facing the Jackrabbits in back-to-back appearances. Took the loss on Sunday. He gave up 2 earned runs in the top of the 9th inning. The 2 deciding runs in the game. His only 2 earned runs on the season. He had pitched 22 scoreless innings until those runs in the 9th. He enters here with 2 on and 2 outs, trying to get Camden Vazquez to end the inning, push this game into the 9th. First pitch to Vazquez here is flown to right, and that should end the inning. Flores coming in. He will make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Buechelaer, but the game now is tied at 2. Traverse City will have the middle of their order batting up first, trying to break this tie and take game 1 of this 2-game set. Back in a sec on Pitts Bitter Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Here in the 9th inning, in a tied game, 2-2. Kokomo taking no chances. Here in the 9th, they're bringing in their closer, Tommy Peltier. Even though Jackson Unier pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning on just 7 pitches, they're going to go to their bullpen. Peltier hasn't pitched since August 1st, the 5-3 win. On Sunday against Traverse City, gave up 1 hit in a scoreless bottom of the 9th to lock up the save and split the series against Traverse City. Traverse City looking to break the tie. They scored 1 in the 7th to break the tie. They have not trailed in the game. They went up first in the 2nd. The game then was tied in the 5th, back on top in the 7th, and then again the game tied in the 8th. Mayday, the leadoff hitter. Chopper to the right side. Vincelli Smart fields. Toss to first, and Peltier just able to get to the base in time and beat Mayday for a ground ball out for out number 1. Mayday now on the night 0 for 4. Unless he comes back around again, he's going to go hitless for the first time since joining the Pitt Spitters on Sunday. Trey Younger now the batter. He's been on base all 3 times. 2 walks, 1 single, and he has been the only Pitt Spitter to touch home. He's scored both runs. Both times he scored a run was after he led off the inning. He led off with a walk in the 2nd, a single in the 7th, and came around to score both times. So it's good news if he gets on base here for the Pitt Spitters. Shoots one up the middle. Maedroth across the middle. Fields, fires wide of the base, into the seats. Out of play. Younger is going to get second base rewarded to him. And just like that, Traverse City in business. The go-ahead run in scoring position with only 1 out here in the 9th. I'm sure they'll rule that a E6 on the play. Actually, they're giving Younger a single, the official score is, and moving up to second base on an error. So Younger here is going to be 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 walks. The tying run, or the go-ahead run, is in scoring position with only 1 out. And that throwing error, by the way, is the only error so far tonight. The first error, and we're in the 8th inning. Been a smooth game up until that point. Useche, now the hitter, takes a pitch outside from Peltier. Useche is 0 for 2 with a walk in the first at-bat. And he popped out and flew out. Trying to come through with a big hit here against the left-handed pitching Peltier. The 1-0 is inside on Useche. He gets a good count now. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck is Cameron Traficante. He broke the tie in the 7th with an RBI double. He will get a chance to bat here in the inning. 2-0 to Miggy is a ball down low. So the count 3-0. Have to imagine this is a take sign all the way. Chance to reach base again. Miggy walked his first at bat. He can walk again here. Can put on an extra runner. Peltier on 3-0. Deals Miggy on 3-0, swinging into the gap. Younger getting waved around. He's going to score easily. 3-0 hitting for Miguel Useche, and the Pitt Spitters take the lead in the 9th. Well, forget everything I said. I don't know baseball that well then. I thought Miggy would be taking on 3-0. But he jumped on the 3-0 fastball and drilled it to left center field to give his team the lead. Now Cameron Traficante, the hitter, he doubled home the go-ahead run his last time up in the 7th inning. That's some big-time clutch hitting by Useche. Traficante, now it's his turn. He takes one called strike on the inside corner. Another late strike call by Mason Labuda behind the plate. 0-2 pitch, down low. Traficante holds. Trying to get into a more favorable count. Has to protect the plate with Christian Faust waiting on deck. One-two pitch, swung on and missed. And Traff will go down swinging for the second out here in the inning. Still a chance, though. Faust looking for a big hit here. He is hitless tonight, but he does have an RBI knock. RBI ground out in the second inning to score the first run, and has lined out and flown out in his next 2 trips. First pitch to him here from Tommy Peltier is a fastball away for ball number 1. Useche sitting on first after his go-ahead single. Back-to-back nights with a clutch hit for Useche. But Kokomo will have the top of their order batting in the bottom of the 9th, so this game's not over yet. 1-0 to Faust. He's going to take a high fastball for the strike number 1. One pitch here. Useche at first. Deals. Faust hits it to right, moving over his Otsuka, and that ball's going to land just a little bit foul out of play. So Faust will come back to the box for a 2-strike pitch here. Trying to protect the plate. Peltier trying to finish the inning with just 1 run of damage done. So the count. Here's the 1-2. Outside, well off the plate. An easy take for Faust. Evens up at 2-2. Deals, runner goes. Faust to right field could end the inning. Otsuka's running towards the line. He will get there to make the catch. So we go to the bottom of the 9th with the Pittsburghers up by a 1 run, 3-2, thanks to an RBI single by Miguel Useche. Trying to lock it down is John Buechler when we come back here on Pit Spitter Radio. Bottom of the 9th inning here in Kokomo. Buechler will face Adam Crampton first, and then we'll face the top of the order. So this game's not quite over yet. But Traverse City up a run, thanks to Miguel Useche's clutch hitting, 3-0 swinging, an RBI single. As Traverse City's on top. Crampton tonight 0 for 2. Has walked once. Swings, hits it to short. Traficante backhand across the body to first. Picked out by Arnold. What a play! One hop to Arnold, right on the money. Traficante takes away what could have been very possibly a leadoff base runner. And that is a huge out number 1. Now the top of the order will bat. So Gavin Grant will hit. No one on base, but it's up the middle into center field. First pitch swinging on Buechelaer. And just like that, the tying run is on base. And it's Gavin Grant, one of the fastest guys on the team for Kokomo. A threat to steal. Toro Otsuka now the batter. Looking for a hit here. To the left side. Past the diving glove of Traficante. Into left center field. And the tying run is in scoring position. The winning run is on base. Almost another miraculous play by Traff. If he's not playing double play depth, that ball is right to him in his glove. But since he's playing a little more towards the second base bag, it allowed that ball to skip through. And a pitching visit here. Rocky Moriello is going to go talk to his guy, Buechelaer, on the hill. Big pitch, big at-bat coming here. As Chase Mydroth is the hitter. By all metrics, is the best hitter on the team. He's hitless tonight, but he has a chance here to deliver the biggest hit. Could be on the season as these two teams are battling for first place in the Great Lakes East. This is a potential playoff preview here. So this at-bat is huge. Even looking at the scoreboard around the league, Kenosha down 11-1 to Kalamazoo. So they're going to drop another game in the standings, which is important as they're a few games behind Kokomo. So that would put the Jackrabbits one step closer to locking up the second half title in the Great Lakes East, which means this would be the matchup in the postseason first round. 1-0 count to Mydroth. He reached on one walk, but he's grounded out 3 times tonight. Takes a good pitch there from Buechelaer, slider for strike number 1. A ground ball here wouldn't be the worst thing for Traverse City. They could turn 2 on it. Pitch to Mydroth. Inside, almost hit him. And that would have put the tying run into third when he run to second. Something about Kokomo. They just know how to rattle Buechelaer on the hill. His 2-1 pitch to Mydroth, he deals. On the outside corner, a perfect pitch for strike number 2. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grant at second, Otsuka at first. Both have speed. Both could score on a hit. Big pitch coming to Kokomo's all-star hitter, Chase Mydroth. His 2-2, he deals. Mydroth fouls it out of play to the right side to stay alive. Good pitch there from Buechelaer. Late on the fastball. Could be an indicator to try and throw it again. But Mydroth might be ready for it now. This could be a great spot to throw a slider if you locate it outside. Low and away would be a good pitch. Let's see what Buechelaer wants to throw, though, on 2-2. He deals to Mydroth, and again, down the right side and out of play. He's still late. However, he's a little more early. That ball not as far foul. So he's starting to pick up the timing, which means if Buech comes with another fastball, he might have it dialed in. A couple fastballs, I think you have to throw something else here. Off-speed breaking ball. Throw off the timing of Mydroth, who's been on a couple heaters. Another 2-2. There's the slider, and it's a little upstairs, and the count goes full. Big pitch is coming here. With the tying run on second, a walk would move the tying run to third. Winning run to second. Have to throw it in the zone on 3-2. Buechelaer ready. He fires the 3-2. Mydroth roller, left side, foul field. He's just going to go to third. And the out is made for out number 2, but the runners advance to third and second here. There are 2 outs, but now Buechelaer has to be very careful. You can't skip anything in the dirt. A pass ball is going to bring in that tying run. Pinch hitter for the Jackrabbits. And they're going to put him on base. He's not even going to get a chance to hit. That's actually a very good move by Traverse City to make that pinch, or make that move to walk him to first, because Jacob Marcy was coming off the bench. He is a fantastic hitter. He's the one that gave Jackrabbits the lead on Sunday against Buechelaer in the 9th. They're going to walk him to face Dylan Dennis, who's 1 for 4 tonight. He tied the game in the 8th. He can do it again or walk it off in the 9th. What an at-bat this will be. First pitch is in for a strike, a slider from John Buechelaer. If this isn't a playoff type of game, I don't know what is. Bases loaded, 2 outs in a 1-run game here in the 9th inning. 0-1 to Dennis. Fires high for ball 1. Pretty good sized crowd here in Kokomo trying to cheer on their first place team to a victory. Traverse City trying to hold on to what would be a huge victory for the standings. 1-1 pitch. Dennis checks his swing, and I don't know if he went around on the pitch or if it was a called strike. Nonetheless, it is a strike, and the count 1-2. John Buechelaer, 1 strike away from winning the game and setting up a matchup tomorrow for the overall first place title in the Great Lakes East. Time called by the home plate umpire first. Tying run at third is Gavin Grant. Winning run at second is Tora Otsuka. Both are fast. Both can score on a hit. Grant will easily score if a ball gets away, as Kokomo has a huge backstop. Gotta locate this 1-2 pitch. Buechelaer ready. He deals 1-2, and Dennis just able to foul it off. Extending his bat as far as it could go, making contact with a pitch out of the zone, and he stays alive. Good pitch there by Buechelaer. Outside fastball. See if he can locate a pitch here and get Dennis to end the game, his 1-2. He fires. Dennis to short. Traff fields across the body to first. It's wide. Arnold, though, is able to make the play to keep it in front. And this ball game is tied. Almost another great play by Traff. Tried to throw across the body. His only play was to first. He had to throw across the body to try to get it out. But his throw wide. And that brings in Jacob Simons with the winning run now over on third. First pitch to Simons is low and away. Simons tonight 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Struck out his last at-bat looking in the 8th. 1-0 to him here is high off the glove of Useche, but doesn't skip too far away. So the runner Otsuka holds it third. 2-0 count. Buechler has to throw some pitches in the strike zone here. Back-to-back appearances with an earned run for Buechler after he started the season with 15 consecutive scoreless appearances. 2-0 pitch here to Simons. Buech fires. Simons pops it up, should end the inning. Arnold's over, makes the grab, and this ball game is headed to extras. Kokomo ties it with a run in the 9th. Once again, Dylan Dennis delivers the clutch hit. He tied it in the 8th. He's tied it in the 9th. But this game's going to extra innings. In Traverse City, I like their chances as they're sending Arnold and then the top of the order up to the plate. Be back for extra inning baseball here on Pitts Bitter Radio. Welcome back to Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Extra inning baseball here. We're in the 10th inning. Michael Steigels is going to pinch hit for Jake Arnold. Christian Faust is the base runner at second base. The extra inning rule that puts a runner in on second to start the inning. This is the exact same situation that happened on opening day. Traverse City went to extra innings with Kokomo. Faust started the inning on second. Steigels was the hitter. That was at home, so when Steigels singled to left field, Faust scored to walk it off. They're the away team here, though. Let's see if Steigels bunts to move over that run. He does square. Faust has to be ready to run. Steigels bunts it out of play, foul. Traverse City, I don't know how many times I've mentioned it, but they're not the best team at bunting. That's going to be huge here. If Steigels can't get this bunt down and that runner stays put. Another extra inning game for Traverse City. They're 5th on the season. Bunting again. Steigels gets that one down. Faust to first. Peltier's throw wide of first, and Steigels is safe. That's why you have to get the bunts down. You put pressure on the defense. Peltier's throw wide of the bag, and Steigels is safe. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. And now, Traverse City with the top of their order up. This is why I like Traverse City's chances if they can score one run, because Kokomo will have the bottom three in their lineup up in the bottom of the 10th. So if Traverse City can score, they'll have a good chance to win. Zeb Rouse, the hitter, infield drawn in. First pitch to him, swings and pops it out of play. This is a spot where Steigels, I think, should steal second base because the infield is drawn in. So they would have to move from their drawn-in position and cover a lot of ground to get to second base. And if that throw comes to second, Faust can take off from third and score. We'll see what the call is with Zeb at the plate. His 0-1 pitch from Peltier. Peltier deals. Zeb takes a fastball high for ball number 1. On the night, Zeb 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch back in the 6th inning, the only time he's been on base, but he has a chance to clutch up here and deliver a big at-bat. The 1-1 is low for ball 2. Hitters count now for Zeb. 2-1. A ground ball won't necessarily do the trick with the infield drawn in. But since the infield's drawn in, a hard ground ball has a chance to skip through. 2-1 pitch. Steigels does take off. Swing and miss by Zeb. Steigels is into second base. So there's 2 runners in scoring position here. Nobody out for Zeb Rouse. The count, though, is even at 2-2, so he has to protect. Has to put a ball in play here. Big pitch from Peltier. His 2-2 to Zeb is popped up out of play, and Zeb will stay alive. Zeb had a good night yesterday, as did basically every Pittsburgh hitter, as they scored 22 runs. But Zeb had a pair of doubles in the game, 3 RBIs. Can he get a big one here? Peltier's 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The throw, though, has to go to first. And the throw is made in time. Faust can't come home. And there's a big out number 1. I like to see how Kokomo plays this at bat, though, as Mario Camilletti is stepping into the plate. It is a lefty-lefty matchup, so that would, you think, give Peltier a little bit of an advantage. But with the way Camilletti swings it, I wouldn't be surprised if they load the bases here. See what the call is. They're not going to intentionally walk Camilletti, so he gets to swing. One of the best hitters on the roster. Oh, first, Kokomo's manager is going to hop out of the dugout. He's going to go talk to his pitcher. Big, stressful moments here at Kokomo. The last time Traverse City played in an extra inning game was against the Jackrabbits. They lost the game in extra innings, an 11-9 loss. That would be a sweep, as Traverse City couldn't score in the 9th or the 10th or the 11th. Kokomo did, though. They scored 2 in the top of the 11th. So trying to come through here is Camilletti. Trying to bring home that runner from third. First pitch to him is outside, ball number 1. That extra inning game, Traverse City had bases loaded in the 10th, couldn't score. Ball down low in the dirt, blocked, kept in front. This is an at-bat, like I mentioned earlier in this game, a lot earlier, that Camilletti and the rest of the team, when they take BP, one of their rounds is runner on third, less than 2 outs. That's this situation right here. 2-0 pitch to Mario. He's going to hold, and it's 3-0. If Camilletti reaches, Tito Flores is waiting in the on-deck circle. He's had his fair share of clutch at-bats this season already. 3-0 to Camilletti. I'm sure he'll be taking the whole way, and he is for the first strike. 3-1 now. Still a hitter's count, though. (3-1) from Peltier in a lefty-lefty at-bat. He deals to Camilletti, and he takes low for ball 4. A good at-bat by Mario, and the bases here are going to be loaded. Tito Flores is the batter. The same guy who went 3 for 5, 5 RBIs at the Major League Dream Showcase. The same guy who sent that 11-9 game to extra innings on July 23rd with an RBI triple to tie it at 9 in the 8th. Looking for another clutch hit against the Jackrabbits. First pitch to him from Peltier. Outside. This is going to put a lot of pressure on Peltier to throw strikes because he doesn't want to walk in that go-ahead run. Flores just needs an elevated fly ball. Faust is a good runner at third. He can score on a deep enough ball in the air. 1-0 pitch. Flores takes for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Flores trying to wait for his pitch. Trying to get a pitch he can hit somewhere. Score a run. The 1-1. Peltier deals. Flores deep to left center field. That's going to score 1. It's caught in center. Faust is coming home, and the Pit Spitters back on top. They have taken the lead in extras. Sacrifice fly from Flores. It is a 4-3 game. The Pit Spitters, though, aren't done. They have a chance here. And they're going to call actually time on the field. Josh Rebent's going to talk to his players. And I think I know exactly what this situation is. I may be wrong, but this could be a base running situation. We've seen it done before where the runner at first base steals second. The throw goes down. They get caught in a rundown, which allows the runner at third to come home and score. That could be in play here with Evan Mayday at the plate. Because Kokomo, just like Traverse City, they're going to have a runner at second to start the inning. So all they'll have to do is bunt that guy over to third, and then they can score him just as easily. You really put pressure on the offense when you score 2 or more runs, because then you have to get at least one more guy on base. You can't just bunt and then sack fly. We'll see what the plan is here with Evan Mayday. He's 0 for 4, looking for his first hit. First pitch to him, swinging, fouls it out of play. Trying to be aggressive against the left-handed pitching Peltier. Mayday faced Peltier in the 9th inning and grounded out to first. He's only faced lefties in the game. 0-1 pitch. Peltier waiting. He deals. Mayday left side. Just a little foul down the third baseline. And now the count 0-2. Mayday has to protect the plate here. We'll see who pitches as well for Traverse City. I think Buechelaer is going to pitch. No one's in the bullpen. So I think he's going to pitch the 10th. 0-2 pitch coming. Camilletti steals. Mayday takes. And it's exactly what I said. Camilletti, when he got to second base, takes off his helmet, stomps on the base. That's exactly what they were trying to do. They were trying to draw a throw to second base. But Buckley didn't bite and held the ball. 1-2 pitch to Mayday. Third and second, 2 outs, top of the 10th. Peltier deals. Breaking ball, inside corner, called for strike 3. The Pitt Spitters strand a pair, but they do take the lead. Can they win this game? Going to the bottom half, up a run again with a chance to win it with pitching by John Bucalaire. Be back in a second on Pitt Spitter Radio. Back for the bottom of the 10th inning here in Kokomo. The Pitt Spitters up a run 4-3. Jackrabbits, though, I'm sure, will be bunting that runner over to second. Josh Buckley squares around, and he takes a fastball high. With Steigels crashing at first, Buckley has to get the ball on the ground. If he pops it up at all, it will be caught for an out. It's Buckley, Vasquez, and Crampton, bottom of the order for the Jackrabbits. 1-0 pitch. Buckley fouls it off the right side. Unsuccessful first attempt. We did see, though, Steigels had an unsuccessful first attempt in the top of the inning, but then got the second one down. That's what Buckley will be trying to do here. With the runner on second, Jacob Simons. He has some speed. It's a 1-1 pitch here from Bucalaire. I think you got to try to throw it up high again. Deals. Buckley holds. Bucalaire is throwing high fastballs, which are tough to bunt because you have to get your bat higher to get it down. But you have to throw a strike as well. You don't want to walk him. Just take the free out. 2-1 pitch here. Buckley squares. Buke's pitch is popped up. Bucalaire catches it and won't throw to second. Back in time is Simons. An unsuccessful bunt. And that is a huge mistake. And that is a huge first out. It's now going to take a hit to bring in that run. Camden Vasquez, the hitter. He's 1 for 3, takes a first pitch fastball high. He walked in the second, singled in the fourth. His last 2 at-bats, a strikeout and a flyout. He does have the matchup. He's a left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher, John Buechelaer. Pitch to Vasquez. Just misses. Thought he had the inside corner, but that pitch called a ball. Don't tell me that Mason Labuda is going to shrink his strike zone now in the 10th. Two-0 pitch. Vasquez to left center. Younger over. Makes the catch for out number 2. Off the bat, I thought that ball was destined for the left center field gap, but it is caught by Younger. And for back-to-back innings, the Pitt Spitters are 1 out away from a victory. The hitter is Adam Crampton against Buechelaer. First pitch to him is high. Crampton on the game, 0 for 3 with 1 walk. But he has had his moments. He has been a good player for the Jackrabbits. He was 2 for 3 last time in Traverse City. Just need 1 out. The 1-0 is high and inside. Crampton holds. Top of the order is on deck. So you don't want to put Crampton on base. You want to end the game before the top of the order comes up. Base hit will likely score Simons from second base. 2-0 pitch from Buch. Crampton fouls it off, out of play to the right side. There's a big first strike. Count now 2-1. Two-one pitch coming to the third baseman for the Jackrabbits from Stanford. Buechelaer's 2-1. Crampton left side. Faust Fields on to first. The Pitt Spitters take game 1 in extra innings. What a thrilling ball game all around. That one is a playoff type of game. And we will likely be seeing these two teams in the playoffs in just about a week and a half, as the Jackrabbits currently lead the overall standings. But that lead has shrunk to just 1 game, and that sets up a huge matchup tomorrow. There are only 9 games remaining now in the regular season. Tomorrow is the last matchup between these two teams. A big, big game going to be played here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. If Traverse City wins the game, then they are going to take the overall lead in the Great Lakes East, because they will have the tiebreaker over Kokomo based off of head-to-head record. If Traverse City loses, they fall back to 2 games and will continue to play from behind with 8 games left. But if they win tomorrow, they control their own destiny the whole rest of the way, as they will hold the tiebreaker over the Jackrabbits. Huge matchup tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time here at KMS. Rylan Tinsley will face Dylan Delvecchio. Last time Tinsley pitched against Kokomo, he pitched a shutout as Traverse City blanked the Jackrabbits 6-0. He's going to look to repeat that type of success when he takes the mound tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern Time. That's all here tonight. 4-3 final in extra innings. Traverse City comes out on top, 1 game back of the standings, looking to go ahead tomorrow. We'll see you then at 6:30 here on Pit Spitter Radio.